warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kami dari kelompok 6 yang beranggotakan saya sendiri, Kiki Amelia dengan akronim 103, Mawar, Antik, Juliar, Depsa dengan akronim 104, Karina Rizky dengan akronim 107, dan Vanesa dengan akronim 127. Kami akan melakukan praktek presentasi bisnis, di mana kami sebagai staf General Affairs perusahaan manufaktur meyakinkan Departemen SDM untuk memberikan pelatihan tentang kesehatan dan keselamatan kerja atau K3, di mana manajer SDM ini berkebangsaan dari Singapura. Perusahaan kami bernama Sandbox CO yang berdiri di bidang manufaktur. Selamat menyaksikan.
This is definition work safety and occupational health. Work safety is a comprehensive employer protection activity where the condition of the employee is protected from injuries caused by various work-related accidents. While occupational health is an effort to keep employees healthy during work while the employer's condition is free from various physical and emotional illnesses caused by work. Next, objective and benefit: to provide a safer and healthier working condition of environment and to become more responsible for this activity, especially for components that have a high accident rate, as is the case in manufacturing components. Number 1, so that every employee gets a death and occupational health insurance that is good physically, socially, and psychologically. Number 2, so that every equipment and work equipment is used as well as possible. Number 3, so that all products are kept safe. Number 4, so that there is a guarantee for the maintenance and improvement of nutritional health of employees. Number 5, to avoid health problems caused by the work environment. Last, number 6, so that every employee feels safe and protected at the work. Next, factor that cause work accident. Number 1, personal carelessness. Example, a careless or careless employee. Number 2, physical environment. Number 3, the tendency of accident or accident prone. Example, a job that is category a dangerous job or at stake is life. Last, number 4, low quality working life. Next, work safety program focus can be focused on 2 aspects. Number 1, work behavior, saving the attitude of employees who are less pro-safety. Enroll the effort of all employees to release job safety from top management to the lowest level employees. Last, implements the responsibility of manager in implementing safety program. Next, number 2, working condition. Develop and maintain a safe physically work environment, for example, by providing safety equipment or PPE.
What is OSH training? OSH training is training held to equip, improve, and develop work skills regarding OSH, usually about work implementation, procedures, and knowledge of the hazard around them and their prevention. Benefit of effective OSH training: improve workers' knowledge and skills, help workers carry out their work safely without risking their health, reduce work accidents, reduce absenteeism, employees replacement, reducing compensation costs due to work accidents and PAK, reduce machine maintenance costs and work tool breakdowns. Increase job satisfaction, increase work productivity, build better communication, creating good cooperation, develop a positive K3 culture with a safe and healthy work environment, fulfill legal obligations for employers to protect the health and safety of workers. How often OSH training be provided? In the United States, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration recommends that every employer must undertake at least 4 levels OSH training, including preliminary training is required before workers start their works. Annual OSH training is required for certain types of works, including medical and environmental related jobs. Incremental training to improve and develop the skill of work specifically, which is carried out annually or every 3 years. Training on recognizing potential hazard is carried out every time the company identifies a hazard in new workplace. Even though the workers have a lot experience, the skill of the workers are already high, or they have worked safely according to the applicable procedure. It does not mean that works accidents or injuries are impossible. Refresher, repeated training, and ongoing OSA training program really need to be done at least once a year. Every time there are new work changes in work procedure or certain conditions.
Next, 10 important points for more effective OSH training. OSH training is an important tool to increase the ability and knowledge of workers about OSH in a company. The OSH training program is a must for a company if the manager wants maximum result from the performance of the workers or wants to release zero accident and a positive OSH culture in the company. Point 1. OSH training should be repeated if workers fail to understand and apply new knowledge. In this case, the supervisor must monitor the progress of each worker after the OSH training is complete to measure how well they apply OSH procedure to their work. Point 2. OSH training materials must be present in stage and systematically. OSH training methods must be clear and delivered secondly. All OSH training materials must be conveyed to workers in a gradual and systematic manner according to the sequence of steps to complete the work safely. Avoid overcrowding workers with a lot of information all the time. This can make them tired in absorbing information, thus potentially causing stress. Point 3. Explain the importance of quick reporting in case of incident, accident, occupational disease, and injuries at work during OSH training. OSH training is not just about attending class and listening to the material delivered by the trainer. A lot of new knowledge and experience that workers can apply through OSH training. One of them is regarding reporting procedures in the event of an accident, injury, or event. Point 4. Conduct OSH training to workers affected by change in policies and procedures related to their work. It is advisable to hold regular OSH meeting or training with workers every time there is a change in work policies and procedures. Every change information submitted consistently makes employees realize how important it is to implement OSH in the workplace. Point 5. Provide refresher OSH training specifically for high-risk jobs, especially for workers who have high-risk jobs or have a high potential for injury and work accidents. They must be provided with refresher materials and OSH training on a regular basis to ensure that safe work procedures are carried out properly.
Next is number 6. Employers, supervisor, and the top management should maintain open communication with them. First, identify the character of your workers and communicate openly with them. This makes them feel so comfortable with you and encourage them to be more active in expressing their opinion and asking questions during the training. 7. Providing safety materials orally without direct example or visual aids proves to be less effective. Passive delivery of training materials or communication only in one direction will certainly be very boring. If you want workers to be fully involved in OSH training, use visual aids such as pictures, videos, or supporting equipment related to the materials presented. 8. Observing the performance of workers after OSH training. As explained in the first point, supervisor must pay attention to workers when they are doing their work. and see whether what they do is in accordance with safe work procedure or not. Number 9. Using a new approach with case studies during OSH training. You can use an example of a case about a job or a real work accident according to the training material. It takes less than a second to lose a life if workers still ignore the importance of implementation OSH in the workplace. The last one is number 10. Provide specific occupational safety and health training materials. Ensure workers receive job-specific training materials. Every job, every machine, and every equipment has a different potential hazards and operating procedure and requires certain OSH training, knowledge, and skills in order for workers to use them properly. Noted or the conclusion occupational safety and health training. Avoid cramming workers with multiple training topics at one time. If the training material presented is varied, make the training run over several days to keep the workers' mind fresh and actively innovate during the training. The result of the OSH training should be evaluated to determine its effectiveness. Evaluation is carried out all aspect training, such as training materials and the impact on workers after returning to their respective workplace. Finally, make improvements based on the results of their evaluation that has been done. Thank you. Is there any question, Mr. Holland?
What's the benefits for the company and employees when implementing safety and health training?
Thank you, Mr. Holland, for your question. Right now, I'm going to answer it. Especially in manufacturers companies, of course, our companies, sandbox, there are so many cases, employees accident while at work, caused by the lack of OSH implementation within the companies or the employees was done very carefully. So, what's the benefits? Of course, the benefits both parties, namely for the companies and also for the employees themselves. For the companies, they got the benefits from OSH because they don't have to spend money for treats injured employees when they are work, and of course that makes our company's image will be very good. Also for the workers, they will be get the benefit of being able to be safe at work and be able to prevent it like that. Thank you.